welcome to. Just don't give Griffin's location away to anybody else. Now today you're going to pretend you're a little mouse in a local area, and you are going to see just how difficult it can be to spot a tawny owl that's not very far away. Okay, open your eyes everyone. Where is our tawny owl? He could be anywhere. He could be in front of you, behind you, to the left, or to the right. Now do listen out, because he sometimes calls, which can help give his location away. And he's doing a very good job of staying very silent. And I've got a lot of people looking in the completely wrong direction. Now I know where he is, and I actually can't see him from where I am right now. So he's not even giving his location away. Oh, there we go. He's giving you a clue. Any ideas? Oh, I now see a couple of people pointing in the right direction. He's giving you another clue. So it shows, oh, there he goes. He's revealed himself. So for those of you who didn't spot him, he was in that willow tree in front of you. So again, just a few meters away. And even though he was being very loud, it was still really difficult to actually pinpoint. So it shows on a day like today when you're walking through the woodlands and gardens, there will be tawny owls sitting in the trees that can see you, but you will have absolutely no idea where they are. I personally think there's something quite magical about that they're probably out all around us and we just don't know. Now, as I said, hear him coming. He is quite loud. For one of the smallest owls we have here, he's certainly one of the loudest. We've been joined by Billy, and Billy is our fantastic barn owl here. Now, he is 2 years old this year and is an absolute pro here. Now, the barn owl, again, is another native species, so one you may well have seen here in the UK. Now, Muncaster is home to a variety of wildlife. We have wild tawny owls living here, and we also have wild barn owls here as well. So again, if you're very lucky, you may well have seen a wild barn owl here at Muncaster here. It's okay, Billy's just kind of perching on the tree there, this is fine. This is actually one of his first displays that he's done for a while. We sometimes use Billy in our experiences, so some of our birds you can actually fly to yourself to the glove. So this is one of Billy's first displays that he's actually done in a while. So, and I might just have to come a little bit closer to Billy here as well. But as you can see that beautiful trust he has with Emma here, spots Emma and comes straight back to her there. Now you'll notice that call that Billy is making there. Now when some people hear this for the first time, they sometimes think that Billy there is hissing. Now if Billy was really upset, he can actually make a hissing noise. But trust me, at the moment he is not hissing. This is the natural call that this owl makes. The barn owl, in fact, does sometimes get the nickname of the screech owl because he has that screeching call. I'll just be quiet so he knows where Emma is. Oh, look at that. One absolute pro. And a beautiful feature I love about Billy is if you look closely at that gorgeous face. It's what we call a facial disc, and it's in the shape of a love heart. And this has a really important function when it comes to his hunting. Barn owls love to eat small rodents like mice, voles and shrew. These animals spend a lot of their time in the long grass. So Billy here has fantastic vision, but he also needs tremendous hearing to be able to hear the squeaks and rustles of that prey underneath the grass. So that lovely heart-shaped facial disc there filters all the sounds into the environment, which means, again, he can pinpoint his prey without ever really having to see it. And then dive down into the grass with those long legs, those sharp talons, and actually swallow their prey whole. These birds don't have the best table manners, but the faster they eat their food, the less likely it is going to be stolen from them. Because it's a bit of a bird-eat-bird world out there. And if Billy here in the wild ever caught a mouse, there might be other mammals, other birds in the area that try to steal that off him. So of course, the quicker he eats it, the more likely it's going to become his. And Billy here looks very different to Griffin. Instead of being that brown, he's got this gorgeous kind of white stomach there, and then this gorgeous mixture of oranges and greys on the back there. This is actually what we call counter shading, where the top and the bottom part of the owl is a different shade. And again, this can help with his camouflage. So when he is quartering and soaring over the grasslands and the meadows, any little voles and shrew looking up, they can't really distinguish an owl. With that beautiful white silhouette it almost blends into the sky there. So any little voles and shrew looking up, they won't really see an owl. So again, Gilly can strike down and grab that prey there. A wild long-eared owl, I am incredibly jealous because these birds are one of the most elusive owls that we have here in the UK. Typically inhabiting coniferous woodland, so you can only imagine trying to find this owl in the middle of woodland is going to be really difficult because Pixie is 8 years old and is fully grown. So this is as large as the long-eared owl gets. Now, I will clarify his name. The tawny owl is called the tawny owl because they are tawny in coloration. The barn owl is called the barn owl because, of course, they inhabit barns. The long-eared owl here is called the long-eared owl because he's demonstrating them beautifully. Pixie here has a beautiful set of what we call ear tufts sticking up on top of his head there. Now, these are called ear tufts, but that name is really deceiving because it actually has nothing to do with this owl's hearing. Pixie has incredible hearing, but his ears, they're effectively just 2 holes in the side of his head, and they're buried underneath those feathers. So what these ear tufts actually do is help with this owl's camouflage. As I said, Pixie here is fully grown, so he is a predator himself, but he is also going to be predated upon by larger mammals and birds. So Pixie has to spend 99% of his time hiding away. And this is where those ear tufts come in. So if Pixie is sitting in a tree and he spots a predator, what he can do is he can suck his feathers in really close into his body. He can squint those orange eyes so they cannot be seen, and he can shoot those ear tufts straight upwards. So Pixie would not look like an owl. Instead, he would look like a twig in a tree. A predator would walk past and never know he's there.
It's Heriot or Heriot, the eagle here. Very good. Last few, the owl shows up. Got a Mowgli, bald eagle, got it. Bald eagle. How you doing there? I am also bald. We share this in common. You've actually got more hair than me though, so up yours. Hi. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. I wasn't allowed to film in the house, I was told, but I was allowed to take photos. So because that defies logic, and I can only think logically, it made no sense to me. So I just filmed anyway. To be honest, when I got round the corner from the woman who told me I couldn't film, so yeah, that's what we did. Lovely room here of paintings galore. God, I mean, I ended up having a crack. I haven't filmed. Well, I've filmed some of the house, which they said I wasn't supposed to. But the best part of the entire house was the library, which I couldn't film because there was a woman sat in there on the computer. And when I walked in, I just said, "Wow," because it was amazing, to be honest. The rooms here are good and the paintings, but the library was amazing, and it was well worth seeing. And it's not in this video; you won't get to see it. So anybody to go to Muncaster Castle, there's a few things not in these videos. To be honest, you could still see in the library, which what was amazing. Books, thousands of books, God knows how old, massive paintings, massive room, like an oval room, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable, to be honest. And yeah, so if you go to Muncaster Castle, make sure you go to the house and go in the house and go and have a look at the library. It was unbelievable, to be honest. It was unbelievable. But all these other rooms are great as well, to be honest, and just great furniture and architecture, and again the great um, four-poster beds. And yeah, it was actually the woman I got speaking to in the library. I think she was just a volunteer there of some form. I'm not quite sure. She lived in Ravenglass, not far away. I was ended up speaking to her for half an hour, maybe more. We ended up talking about our history and the wars and you name it. We were talking about all sorts for half an hour. The house, the family that owns the house. During the Second World War, the paintings I can't remember where the paintings were, maybe from Buckingham Palace, possibly, were taken up to Muncaster or somewhere in London's paintings were taken up to Muncaster Castle and put in the cellar to protect them from the war and the bombings of the Nazis. The family used to be, one of the family used to be a lord and was in sort of the establishment or the royalty or that kind. I mean, how we got talking as well was I was saying that basically like these people like Muncaster in Whitehaven we had the Lowthers, and Penrith they've still got the Lowthers, and back in the day these people were in effect arms of the Queen or arms of the King. And before we had technology and phones and all these things, you couldn't run a country from London. You can now because we've got phones and technology and all these things and cars and planes and you name it. But back in the day when we were all on horseback or even, you know what I mean, and it took God knows how long to get from London to Cumbria. It was very difficult to run a country that way, I would imagine. So the Queen or the King of the time had people all over the country in the counties to basically administer their will in a way, collect the taxes possibly, all them sort of things. And at the time, Muncaster and this house and castle will probably have very much been one of them. And as I say, we've got Lowther, and it's like now it's flats where I was. It used to be the hospital I spoke about once. The big Lowther castle in Whitehaven, and they're originally from Penrith, and there's a big castle there as well. And it's kind of like stately homes and castles. For me, it's all sort of, as again, stately, the state, so like where arms of the Queen and the King. So yeah, but absolutely beautiful house. And again, I wasn't speaking throughout, so I've recorded this in the aftermath. But yeah, I'll just let you view the rest of the house. But brilliant. Enjoyed the day out. It was good. It was good. You like to film in here? About £18. Pizza and some fries. A hearty meal, £18, just £17, something it was. Hello again. Yeah, it was too windy in the mic at this point, so I had to kind of mute the audio and do this and talk over it. So yeah, and went to the owl sanctuary. There is a bird of prey show as well as the owls. I walk past that in a moment, but it's not on. It's on when I come out of the weapons. I'm on my way to now the weapon area, and I thought it was going to be looking at weapons in like cabinets and things like that, and I thought that's the gist of what was going to be going on. But when I got there, it very much wasn't that. You could have a go at archery and with the crossbow and throwing axes and all manner of things. I actually talked to the guy there and filmed the guy, two Canadians, a man and a woman running it. Forgot his name now. I think he subscribed to the channel, to be honest. So you'll probably see the videos. Canadians, nice people, nice fella. Good. I had to go on archery and I had to go on the crossbow. You couldn't throw the axes because the bird of prey show had started, which is just behind the weapon area here. But yeah, really good day out. Went to the owls, went to the house, had a pizza as you've seen. Then went on to the weapons area here as well, and I didn't actually get to see the bird of prey show, and I didn't go through a couple of the walks possibly, but yeah, there's a couple of more things to do. And as I said before, the library in the house, which I didn't film, was magnificent, so well worth a look at the library as well. Hello.
How's it going?
All right.
Aim high. Oh. Also your fingers. Yeah, there you go. Aim nice and high. Nice and high. Like this. A little higher. Release when ready. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. No worries.
This one is last?
Yes, that one's last, and then we can go check them.
The red one?
Yes, yeah.
It's the overconfidence.
Yeah. So remember, aim above to the top part of that target.
Okay.
Straighten your arm, get your elbow nice and high. Pull it back a little bit more. You got it. Above, aim high on the target, release when ready. Nice! Good job!
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
How's it going?